Today is my birthday and I feel like vlogging, so I'm gonna do it. Good morning guys, do you like my hair? It's all done and ready for the day. Just kidding. So today's basically gonna be a day of things that I like, except for right now I'm about to go on a run and that's not my favorite thing. It's about a little before 7:30. This is my third morning in a row doing this. We're trying to get up early and go for a run in the park before we do anything else in the day. I'm not like the biggest into running, but we're gonna do it because the fact that I do it is gonna make me feel better. So I'm not gonna take you running though because that's just too much work. And it's my birthday. Fun fact I wanted to share. It's my first year being abroad for my birthday. I wanted to introduce you guys to someone very special to me. My Uncle Dan! I'm just kidding. This is my favorite cereal. I paid about $6 for this box of cereal. It was like, I think it was 38 kwek? I don't know. Way too much. But I really wanted it and it's my birthday, so I'm gonna have it. Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds. I was laughing as I was standing in line because I had this side facing up with this like big white dude on it. Everyone else, has like Chinese products, and I had like all this produce and then this one box with this like white dude staring up at me in my cart, and I thought it was really funny. But yeah, so I'm having Honey Bunches of Oats with some kind of almond milk, plant-based milk thing. Not really sure what that is. And then I froze a bunch of bananas recently, and so I've been throwing frozen bananas in my muesli or my cereal or whatever I'm eating in the morning. It's really yummy. And I don't know how you guys eat your cereal, if you eat cereal. I fill up a bowl with almond milk and then I'll add little bits of cereal at a time so it stays crunchy. I just like the crunch of cereal. That's me. And then I've got my coffee. That's breakfast.
I'm at an intersection right now, so it's as good a time as any to update you guys. Eric and I just met up. He was on his lunch break from work, so I met up with him close to his office building. We had lunch at a Japanese restaurant. We had Japanese curry. It was super good. And then now I'm headed to go shopping by myself. I'm gonna get myself a birthday present or maybe 2 or 3. But I'm gonna go to first an English language bookstore, and then I'm gonna go to Marks and Spencer because they actually have clothes that fit me, which is surprising. And then I'm gonna go to a few grocery stores. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned, first of all, that I biked here. Second of all, that I'm in San Lei Tuan. Marks & Spencer is a ways away from San Lei Tuan, but I'm willing to make the ride. This is the bookstore that has a bunch of stuff in English. How exciting. I just really like books. This would be a nice treat, I thought. It's called Page 1, and I don't know how to get inside. Simultaneously, my favorite and least favorite part of biking in China is that I feel like I almost die every time I do it. It's like thrilling and terrifying. Look at this giant screen. I am at another fancy mall. I was just at Tai Ku Li, I think it's called. That bookstore sucked. I didn't get anything and I looked forever. I was there for probably an hour looking at all the titles, nothing. I couldn't find anything. So I'm never going back there. Now I am at this fancy mall called The Place. I just biked here, so I'm kind of out of breath. I'm gonna go to Marks and Spencer, try on some clothes, and then if I don't find anything, I'll either pop into H&M or Zara until I find something I like. And then I'm gonna get some coconut ice cream from Marks and Spencer because, oh my god, coconut ice cream. It exists. It's dairy free. I was so excited when I found it. I think tonight Eric and I are gonna go out for dinner. I'm currently hiding under a bridge. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to explain what just happened when I get home because that was the most insane bike ride I've ever been on my entire life. One of the most dangerous feeling things I've ever done. I'll explain later. But right now, I'm soaking wet from that rain which you saw. And we are at a place called Pizza Express, which I believe is a chain. But it smells really good in here. And we got a bottle of Pinot Grigio. We got some appetizers, which I'll show you, and I'm trying to pick out a pizza. This is some kind of stuffed bread, and then we got little dough balls and some mushroom parmesan. This is sun-dried tomato. Eric's ruining the lighting. Sun-dried tomato pesto. It looks really yummy though. I feel so fancy. This is our salad. We got a We had appetizers, which you just saw, and then we're having a salad and pizza, and we're splitting all of it. So this looks really good. Eric went out to go secure both bikes because he actually, basically there's a storm earlier, and I'll explain the gravity of like the storm, like the reality of it, what it looked like. It was pretty crazy. But he basically like threw his bike on a pile of bikes, didn't lock it, and like just ran inside. And so right now he is securing my bike, which is parked like right outside here, and can't stay there overnight. Securing his bike, probably gonna take a cab home because it's like flooding outside. So yeah. I'm gonna eat some breadsticks. What if I just eat these breadsticks and then tell Eric it actually didn't come with breadsticks? Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see this because it's pretty dark, but I can try to lighten it up for you. Basically, there's some flooding happening because of the apocalyptic rain that just took place. I'm gonna explain to you guys the apocalyptic conditions that were just happening before we had dinner. So I left to go biking. There was thunder, there's a little bit of lightning, no rain yet. I biked for like maybe 5 minutes at the most, probably like 3 minutes. Started downpouring. I was like, okay, well, this sucks. So I like made sure my purse was like dry because it had you guys in it. I'm using my GoPro. It didn't have the waterproof back on it. So I like put on this like raincoat type thing. It's like a really crappy raincoat, but it covers my purse, so my purse stayed fairly dry. I got to this big intersection and the wind started picking up. Oh, there's a light dust storm also before I left. So I had a moment where I like covered my face with my shirt and it was just like all this dust and stuff and like really heavy wind, and I just like stopped biking and covered my face. That was the least of it. I got to the big intersection near our house and it was downpouring, which sucked. And then the wind picked up, which sucked a lot more. Then I got to the next big intersection and it was downpouring and like heavy winds so hard that I had to take shelter under this big bridge. And there was actually like 30, maybe 50 people like taking shelter under the same bridge in that same spot because that's how bad it was. And there was just like water gushing from these pipes and it was like starting to flood, like it was like visibly starting to flood. And so I took shelter under there for probably like maybe like 10 minutes. Maybe 5, I'm not sure, it felt like a long time. I didn't want to take the GoPro out though because it didn't have the waterproof back on. So I got a little clip of it, but not too much. It was pretty dramatic feeling. And at one point the wind was so hard and that the rain like actually hurt when it hit me. I've never experienced that before. And then I left under the shelter area like way before anyone else did. Basically once the wind died down a little bit, I was good to go and it was just a ridiculous downpour. My eyes got very hydrated from rainwater, which is nice, but I mean, like all the lights, like because there's so much rain hitting my eyes, all the lights looked like kind of funny. It was really crazy. There was so much rain and so much flooding to the point where I was biking on the sidewalk the entire time, going the opposite direction of what I was supposed to be going, like on that side of the road, like left side of the road, on the sidewalk. The water level was so high that I actually was like just on like skimming water on the sidewalk. But if I had been on the actual bike lane, which was like, you know, a good 4 or 5 inches like from the sidewalk, my feet would have been like hitting the water every time I pedaled. So basically it did that every single time I like had to like dip down and then back onto a sidewalk. So every time there was like a lane for a car to pull out, my feet were underwater. So it was a crazy feeling. And I had a moment where I was like, I hope I'm on the right road. That would suck. But I was on the right road. I was like one of the few people biking at this time because it was really, really, really crazy. Probably the most dramatic conditions I've ever biked in. Like it was full on storming, like thunder, lightning, heavy wind, heavy rain. I'm from Washington, Seattle-ish area, and I've never seen so much rain in my life. I hope that tells you something. There's a lot of rain. So yeah, I just basically biked through like flooded areas. My feet were, I mean, at one point, like probably 75 to 90% of the time that I was pedaling through like big intersections, my feet were completely underwater. Like that should give you an idea of how high the water level had risen. And then I got to the place where I was meeting Eric at the restaurant. Oh, and by the way, like every awning I biked by, every like hotel entrance, every subway station entrance, like every bridge had just people fucking taking shelter. So I got to the restaurant, the normal entrance was locked and they had sandbags covering the bottoms. I parked my bike outside and I was like tapping on the door and they were like motioned for me to go to the other entrance. Oh, so I had to go back out in the rain. And then I was able to call Eric because I dried my hands enough. Like, I mean, my hands were still very damp, but I was like, I need to figure out how to contact Eric because like I need to tell him I'm fine and that I'm here. And then I waddled into the mall because I was just soaking wet. I mean, the raincoat can only do so much. You know, like the wind was so bad that bikes had knocked over, just some crazy stuff, like the water, you know, there's trash floating around in the water. It was really, really crazy. But yeah, eventually I found Eric and met some of his coworkers that looked like crap, obviously, because I was just like soaked and a little traumatized. But everyone was like taking shelter in this mall. It was pretty funny. And then we had a really, really nice dinner, which you saw. And now we are at home and I have cake and I have coconut ice cream. And I went shopping earlier today and I wanted to show you what I got. It's like a little birthday haul. Eric and I don't really give each other gifts, so I kind of used it as an excuse to like buy myself gifts, which was great because I know exactly what I want. First I went to Zara Home. I didn't even realize I had a home store and I got, this scent is really awesome, green herbs. I got some incense sticks. Then I got this hand cream from Sephora. It smells really nice. It's like grapeseed oil. Then I got, this is the most fun thing I got. That's right, freaking Snoop Doggy Dog t-shirt from H&M. And it's got like some distressing up here. It's just really soft, like a nice vintage material. And you know, I'm a sucker for a good sort of joke, sort of serious kind of a thing like this, you know? Personally, I like Snoop Lion. I don't know. Am I alone in that? Also, yes, I changed because I just took a quick shower. I was feeling really gross. So the last two things I got, which are probably the least exciting for you and the most exciting for me, are jeans because I needed them. I got this wash and then I got this wash. I needed new pants and Beijing's going to get cold real quick. And then when I get home, it's going to be cold and San Francisco's going to be cold. So very excited about these. Feel very good in them. Probably paid a little too much and I don't really care. So that's my birthday haul. I'm gonna show you guys my dessert and then I'm gonna say goodnight to the vlog. You can call this a birthday for the books. My ridiculously sized chocolate cake. I'm gonna have Eric help me with it. It kind of tastes healthy though. I don't know why. I'm glad I got dessert to eat at home because of the apocalyptic storm that happened. I really didn't want to be sitting in wet clothes for much longer, so I'm thankful to have my healthy tasting cake. So I've got cake and then I have coconut cream ice cream from Marks & Spencer. So good. It's been a really good birthday. I had a really good day. I feel totally delusional. I'm gonna sleep very well tonight. I'm going to not work out in the morning. Happy birthday, me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon. Thank you for all the birthday wishes from everyone on Facebook and all over the place. And I'm gonna go eat some cake and go to bed. Okay, bye.
No, no, no.